So you're saying there's a chance?
That was a good one, Gator. You gets a little.
People have been waiting for that, by the way. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. The Worthy Clap, big game, James Worthy, Robert Ory. I'm Chris McGee. We've got Allie Clifton joining us in a little bit. Trudell and Brez will be running the post-game locker room. If the Lakers had lost, I was about to go right into the 20 turnovers for 19 points in the scoring drought.
You can still go into it.
I'm going to, but we're not going to start with that. We're going to start with the physical playoff type of battle, grind it out game, Rob. Lakers down 10 in the fourth quarter, two of the better defenses in the league, and the Lakers find a way to come back, tie it, go to OT, and get a win.
You know, was it you that asked me what the score of this game was going to be? Someone asked me, I said it's going to be 103-98.
You were close.
I was close, man.
In OT.
Yeah, but hey, this is one of those games where you knew it was going to be a grinded out game. You had two teams that hang their hat on defense. And if you think about this New York Knicks team, you know, nobody thought they would be good. But they're playing good defense. They got a veteran point guard in D. Rose who comes off the bench and adds energy and excitement. You got the most improved player in Julius Randle. But what impressed me the most was Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond going out and getting 18 rebounds, kind of coming out of his slump, because we know he's a 20-plus rebounder. And I hate to say this, but Allie called it. Allie said he was going to have a good game rebounding. He got 18, so I'm happy that he got out of his slump.
Wait a minute. You're actually referring to Allie's correct comment?
Yeah.
James, you don't have to point it out, dog.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure, because it's the first. But
I give credit when credit is due sometimes.
I agree with you, Rob. You know, the significance of the win for both teams. You know, the Lakers still have that wishful scenario that they could move up to the 6th spot. And New York needed this game because they want to have home court advantage. So it was a big game, and New York came to play. The Lakers didn't play as well as they did in the previous game, but Gita, you said it, they grinded it out.
They did.
You know, with no point guard. When Caruso went down, I was a little bit concerned.
7 minutes into the game.
I was a little bit concerned because without a true point guard, it's really hard to implement your offense and get it going with Tucker, even though he did a really good job. But the Lakers they stayed focused. You know, the 10-point lead by New York, I was getting a little nervous there, but they figured out how to play. Wes Matthews, I mean, guys like that. Drummond, Rob already pointed out. They played together and they pulled out a nice win, much needed.
They did, and that's what I was going to say. Had they lost this game, we would absolutely be talking about the lack of ball handling with no LeBron, no Caruso, no Dennis Schroeder,
well, they were
the inexperience of THT. But instead, we're going to talk something different. But first, Kyle Kuzma led the Lakers with 23 points. He's standing by with Mike Trudell at Staples.
All right, Kyle Kuzma, so just take us through what you saw on those last couple possessions. You got everything on defense with AD. You got the kid, THT, able to hit that clutch shot. What was your view?
Man, you know, THT made a huge shot, man. He's got some big balls for that one. Step back three, nothing but net, game on the line, and, you know, it was just great. And then, you know, to counter that, going back down on the other end, defensively did a great job. Wes Matthews shutting off Derrick Rose and get into one of their players that, you know, didn't really hit shots all night, and that's how you get a win.
You know, Kuz, you had it going early in this one. You got contributions from a lot of guys and very few playmakers on the court, right? Caruso goes out. You got no LeBron, no Schroeder. How did you guys find a way to just make enough plays considering the lack of playmaking?
Well, I never thought I'd ever play point guard in the NBA, but here we are. You know, we just do a good job of just playing off each other. You know, if you have a shot, shoot it. If not, drive it. Find the next open person. And when you play that type of offense, you really don't need a point guard. So.
Hey, the Knicks made it tough tonight. You end up pulling it out, of course, here in overtime, Kuz. What do you guys have to do now for these final 3 games? We'll see about LeBron, right? We'll see about Caruso and everybody. We'll see about Schroeder. What do you guys have to do as you build momentum towards the playoffs?
You know, we just gotta keep playing. You know, just keep trying to develop good habits and get ready for the playoffs. That's the most important thing. Whether we're the 6th seed, whether we're in the play-in, you know, we're all just building that momentum and that clarity with one another to succeed.
All right, Kuz, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right, here's THT. The 13 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. By the way, those were both in overtime. the 5 rebounds, the 10 assists. 8 of those points came in overtime. He also had 7 turnovers. So you got it all from THT tonight. At times, guys, the inexperience, and then at times, that cold-blooded, ice in the veins type of mentality that makes the Lakers love him. At 20 years old, he became the primary ball handler tonight. And Rob, he stepped up in a big way. Like I said, you got every part of his game. The frustrating, but also the glory.
You know, it's so weird when you watch some young players play. They just play.
Yeah.
And I say he has no clue what's going on. I don't mean it in a negative way.
Yeah.
He's just playing, right? He's just going back to what he knows how to do. And sometimes it can be a great thing, and sometimes it can be a bad thing. And you got to respect this guy when he's on the court because he has all the moves in his repertoire. He can do so many things, and he is so talented when going to the hole. Sometimes you sit back, well, not you, but me, I'm sitting back, I'm like, no. Oh, he got to the hole, he made that, like that right there. He can get to that patented reverse layup so easily. And it's like nobody knows how to stop this kid because they don't have a book on him. So he's an exciting kid, but he can make you go up and down. He's a stock market type of guy, though.
He is, but I think that's what allows him to make those kind of plays at the end of games to win them. Because he is fearless, big game, and that's what we've talked about him. And he will take risks, and he will make mistakes. But then again, he'll also hit a step-back 3 in front of your face and win a game. So it's pretty fun to watch. But like Rob said, at times you'd be like, no! Throwing the ball away and, getting caught in traffic. But he came up big tonight.
He's developing. I mean, he almost got the triple-double he doesn't want. I mean, he almost, with 3 more turnovers, he would have had a ugly triple-double. But you don't find young players like that have the confidence, especially after you make a couple of mistakes or you make a turnover or something. A younger player, in most cases, will usually kind of shy away and try to, make the right pass, do the right thing, get away from his aggressiveness. What I like about Tucker is mistakes don't bother him that much. I mean, it seems like he gets more aggressive after he makes a mistake, and that's a good sign as a young player is learning how to play. He'll remember these moments and learn from them. But, yeah, he really does have ice in his veins. And, 7 turnovers, not good, but it didn't faze him. After he made some crucial turnovers in the fourth quarter, normally he wouldn't take that big shot at the end. But he's got some good confidence in his head.
Memory.
And you know what's interesting is we were talking in the pregame show about Julius Randle, just the player he's become. He's going to make an All-NBA team. He's going to be most improved. He's now an All-Star. He was unbelievable tonight. He's the guy hitting their big clutch shots. When you're a young player in this league and you're on a championship team, you often don't get these kind of opportunities like THT gets. You don't get to develop like this because if this is a normal game, LeBron's got the ball in his hands. Dennis Schroeder has the ball in his hands. AD has the ball in his hands. So on a night like tonight, you got to live and die with the young kid, and he came through.
Oh, he came through big time. And this is all about getting him to understand the game and maturing for the playoffs because he's going to be vital in the playoffs, especially with all these safety and health protocols, so you never know who might be in and out of the game. And think about tonight, even with Caruso, he just falls down on that buttocks that's been a little bit injured, and he's out of the game. So you're going to need him to step up big like this, and you're also going to need him to learn how to run the offense because there's some times where they're trying to run the offense and he gives up on the play too soon. So this is all experience that he needs to learn, and learning on the job sometimes is the best. And what better time to do it right now, right before the playoffs, so you can learn, get used to it, and be ready.
Hey, and the thing is when you come in the league, nobody knows anything about you. You can do very well. You can be efficient. But when they start to recognize you, they start to prepare for you. And so they're prepared for Tucker. They know what he likes to do. They know his game, and they still can't stop it. He's under control, very deliberate, still getting to the cup, hitting big shots. So that's another sign that he's making good progress because teams now know he is a weapon, but he's still overcoming the defense prepping for him.
Yeah, a lot of matchup decisions for Frank and that staff tonight. I mean, Trez played 5 minutes, right? Didn't play in the second half. We did see some Gasol and Trez minutes in that first half tonight. Trez gets 17 minutes. Keefe came in just for a brief stint. Andre Drummond got 36 minutes tonight. He went for 16 points and 18 rebounds, Rob.
Yeah, Drummond was a monster on the board. And I'm going to tell you what someone told me one time. It's like, when you don't get plays ran for you and you get an offensive rebound, that is your play. And so Drummond needs to understand that when he gets the offensive rebound, go back up because you're bigger than most of those guys out there. But his first thought is to kick it out. And if he just goes back up so many times, he could have those 30-point
Is that
games.
an unselfish style that he wants to make people happy and fit in and move the ball, or do you think he's looking for a better shot?
I think it's an unselfish style, and because a lot of guys are like that. You know, they in their mind they're programmed to get rebounds and kick it back out and restart the offense. But I'm telling you, Drummond, you're right by the rim. Just look over your shoulder to see where you're at and go back up. And when he's able to do that, he's that type of guy that's going to give you 40 and 20 and 30 and 20 sometimes.
No question. I mean, I even thought that they did a better job of making some internal passes to him. He got a dunk one time. So I think they're starting to understand, you know, what he likes and getting him in the right position. But you're right, man. If I get an offensive rebound, I know what I'm doing with it.
There's a lot of attention played to the guy we're going to hear from in a second, Anthony Davis, especially when LeBron's there. That's when AD can get those type of numbers, especially on the rebounding side. Let's go back downtown. Anthony Davis now speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Anthony, what is